LLM Law Hackathon started in spring of 2023. We held our first ever one with Pierre Louic from Llama Index as my partner in crime. And our first adventure into it, we had no expectations. We just suddenly felt like law was coming to its renaissance, that innovation was just really ripe in the industry when for a long time people just saw it as a nothing. And with the first hackathon, we had 200 people show up. The second hackathon we ran in September 2023, we had 250 people show up. The third one we ran in spring of 2024, so in April, we had 350 people show up. And the latest one in September of 2024 at Stanford, we had 400 people show up. And Yan and the Koyeb team were part of the judging crew and the sponsors of our latest September 2024 hackathon. And, from there we said, let's do this. Let's bring one to Paris. We're seeing the energy of how when you put a time-constrained event together, people just spark with such creativity and excitement to build in a space that is unconventional. People are not even trying really hard to come up with ideas. All they do is flow because the knowledge sharing that's happening between law and computer science, it becomes organic. And that's why I think this event is so powerful.
I think the first time when Codex actually reached out to us, we were extremely excited to participate in the hackathon because it aligns a lot with our internal environment at Jus Mundi. So we are actually these are the type of teams that we have internally. So we have a combination between lawyers, but also people with a technical background that drive these ideas and put them in actual practice.
I think Jus Mundi as a company is really at the intersection of law and tech, and I think this hackathon is kind of a perfect representation of that. As we've been talking to people, they've had such a diversity of backgrounds in terms of, a first-year engineering student, people with legal backgrounds, people who are already doing some legal tech, and just seeing kind of these different people come together with their law backgrounds, with their tech backgrounds. It's really a great hackathon.
Very happy to sponsor the hackathon. We are really trying to build one of the sort of foundational models specifically for the legal industry. I think there's a strong case to be made that by sort of taking legal experts' feedback, by collecting specific legal data, and by understanding use cases, the kind of domain-specific models in the settings have a big potential to outperform the general model. And because a lot of the folks here at the hackathon, are interested in building these models, might be users and so on, it's very good to kind of get feedback from the community, engage with folks, and sort of learn. Being a really big software provider for all sorts of legal things. We do legal analytics, we provide legal research tool, we do continued legal education, we help people run law firms and manage their workload and so on. So there's a ton of potential for AI to fit into many of these different software products. And I think what we're interested in seeing the sort of things that people tackle, get inspiration in terms of how they can help inform our products and how we can collaborate with some of these other companies.
We've been working on this project with Stanford and Codex for a couple of months. We're super excited to have everyone around for this first hackathon in Paris. As a cloud service provider, we're super curious about how people will use the Koyeb platform to build their product in the legal space. Engineers, people in the legal space, great partners and sponsors. This is definitely an amazing turnout for our first hackathon, and we hope to do this again in the coming months.
So Neon's a serverless Postgres database, and this applies to any sort of software application, but specific to AI use cases where we see a lot of traction is people taking advantage of things like PG Vector or PG RAG, which is a extension that we developed. One of our co-founders is the #2 contributor to PG Vector. So that's a great foundation for managing data within an AI context.
We're so excited for this Station F1 and what's coming.